Okay, so I am gonna show you how to make one of those no-sew fleece blankets with like the twisties. I don't know. I don't know if they're like common or not. My aunt used to get those or like make them for us for our birthdays all the time, so we have like a ton of them. I don't know if other people really know what they are, but I thought it would be kind of a cool idea just because now that all the kids are out of school and whatnot, I know that a lot of parents are kind of freaking out about how they're supposed to educate their kids and kind of like what to do with them all day and how to keep them engaged. So I thought this would be kind of cool because to a little kid, like this feels like, I mean, me too, it feels like a fun activity, but like when you're a kid, it's like a heck yeah kind of thing, I guess. So I just thought that would be a fun little thing because you can also kind of throw in like sneak in, having them like measure different things with a ruler and depending on how old they are. I don't know. I remember like in preschool or something like having to cut. So like that's kind of another cool skill. I thought it would be fun because it's like they're kind of like learning math and like real world like skills, but they probably wouldn't really realize it. And it's kind of fun. You get a cool blanket at the end. So yeah. So all you're gonna need is obviously the fabric, and for like an adult size blanket you need 2 yards of 2 different kinds of fabric, and I think it works best with fleece, but probably do it with whatever. And then some scissors. I imagine like some nice sewing scissors would probably work the best, but I don't got guap for that. And then just like some little sewing pin things to keep it together while you cut. And so the first thing that you're gonna do is actually wash the fabric. And I don't know how to speak laundry language. But you're gonna wash it like with warm water and gentle or something. And then when you dry it, you're gonna dry it like, gosh, what's it called? Like low tumble, something like that. You don't want to tear your fabric up and just use warm water. So, okay, so after it's all washed and dried, you're gonna want to put them together. But you want to make sure, sometimes there's an edge that's like, or a side that's like a little bit darker. So you kind of want to make sure that you have your darker side to where it'll be facing out. It's gonna go like this. And with this one, it's like textured on one side, so you're obviously gonna want to make sure that you're putting the textured side on the outside. But okay, and then all you're gonna do is make sure they're nice and lined up, and then you're gonna start pinning things. If I can get this open, maybe. Okay.
This virus does not care what you believe. It does not care where you worship. It does not.
I'm like a super perfectionist, so it probably doesn't have to be this like, but, and then I would imagine that people know how to pin things, but if not, I'll just show you. Like, you go like, let's see, is that even like visible? Kind of like down, under, and up, like a hand stitch. And then you're just gonna go around the whole entire blanket doing that. So I have it all nice and pinned now. And I actually ended up using all 80 of those pins, and then I ran out and had to use some T-pins. I don't know what a T-pin is or why I had them just laying around, but it worked out, I guess. And I also lied earlier. You are also gonna need a ruler. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but so what you're gonna do is, once you have it all pinned, and also looking back, I would not let little kids pin it themselves because I stabbed myself in the hand like 60 out of 80 pins. So then you're gonna come over to your corners and you're gonna measure out, if I can see the numbers, 5 inches. And I'm just gonna shove a pin into my carpet to mark that. So if you ever find out where I live, don't tell my landlords I did this. And then you're gonna come over and do the same thing on the other side. 5 inches. If I can find it. I can't see anything. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna stab at my carpet again. And then you're gonna just kind of, same thing. Mark it 5 inches and wait a minute. That needs to come back. Okay, cool. So once you have it all marked up like this on all 4 of your corners, you're gonna cut from, oops, you're gonna just go ahead and cut that corner out. So let's see if I have something to set this on. I'm not good at this. Okay. Better? Okay. I'm trapped now. And again, it's not really like an exact science. It's not that deep, but if you're a perfectionist like me, then it is. But I'm gonna try to chill. These scissors do kind of suck though, so if you can afford nice scissors, I mean, they're working okay, but I imagine this could be going better. And I'm gonna take that pin out. Again, we're not gonna tell my landlord I just did that. Maybe with my safety deposit, I can get some nice scissors. Okay. Simple as that. And then same thing to all the other corners. So now that I have all my corners cut out, the next thing that you're gonna do is cut all your fringes, I guess. And okay, if you have a yardstick, that would be way better. And considering all the really random things I seem to have laying around, like sewing pins and T-pins, you would think I would have a yardstick, but I do not. I'm just gonna take it and go like this with it at the 5-inch mark. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut both pieces of fabric together. You don't want to do it separate. And every inch you're gonna cut starting, so like if this is 1 inch, you cut all the way down to here, 5 inches long. And you're gonna do that all the way around the blanket. Okay, so now that I have all my little fringes cut out, what I'm gonna do is start knotting all of them. So I'm gonna try to start on a corner, and basically the knot you're gonna make is the same kind of knot that you would use to tie a balloon. So let me see. I should have left. Okay. 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 So basically I'm just gonna twist it like that and stick them through. I don't know if you can see that very well. And you just pull them out, pull them together, and then I'll go ahead and do it a couple more times because I'm sure that probably wasn't the easiest to see. So I'm gonna take those, line them up, and then I'm gonna take it and I'm trying to record this with my feet, I'm so sorry. But you're gonna go around like that and pull through the hole and pull that excess down all the way down to where it was about 5 inches from earlier. And you're gonna repeat that obviously all over the blanket to keep all of the little fringes together. Okay. So here's kind of an idea of what it's gonna look like. And same thing, you just go all the way around, and here's the back side. It's probably gonna need washed again once it's all done because it's shedding, but once I'm completely done with it, I will probably also go around and tie it with some yellow ribbon or something on every other one. That's what I really like about these things too, is they are super like customizable. Obviously I'm making mine for my little sister, and so I tried to choose different things that I knew she would like. All in all, it really doesn't take that much time to do either. I mean, it takes a decent amount of time, but really probably start to finish, not counting having to wash it, I would say maybe 2.5 hours. And it's not a super expensive material, obviously, as well, so they do make really cool gifts. I always loved, my aunt used to make us these all the time, so on my birthdays and stuff, I'd get really excited to see what my blanket was gonna look like this year. And I know that my home ec teacher too, when we had free time in her class, we would make smaller versions of these to kind of donate to different like hospitals and shelters and stuff. So real easy, pretty mentally stimulating. Kind of gets you thinking, gives you a chance to kind of pick out different colors and do fun things. So that is how you make a no-sew tie fleece blanket.